There you go. There you go. How much cheaper you want it? That's in Denton, Texas, right there, buddy. Under $2. There you go. Trump economics. He promised lower gas. He gave it to us.
A Tale of Two Americas. One flourishing under traditional energy policies. The other struggling under the weight of systemic failure. The choice has never been clearer for every citizen. Start in the heart of Texas. The sun is shining on a gas station in Denton. Here, the vision of energy independence is a reality. Citizens are paying less than $2 for a gallon of regular fuel. This is not just a number. It is a symbol of a thriving economy. Under the current administration, the promise of lower costs is being fulfilled. The energy sector is being revitalized. Restrictions are being neutralized. The result? More money in the pockets of hard-working families. It represents a fundamental shift in how a state serves its people. Freedom of movement, the ability to commute without financial ruin. This is the Texas model in action. It is measured, efficient, and undeniably successful. While the rest of the world watches in envy, the residents of Denton are experiencing the direct benefits of a policy focused on abundance rather than artificial scarcity. It is the sound of a nation returning to its roots. Cross the state line into California, and the atmosphere shifts. We see signs flashing prices that defy logic. $7, $8, a staggering burden on the average citizen. While some argue these images are remnants of previous systemic failures, the underlying reality remains. California continues to struggle with intense opposition to traditional energy sources. High excise taxes, strict environmental mandates, and a regulatory environment that creates permanent changes to the cost of living. This is the California experiment. It is a cautionary tale of what happens when ideology supersedes the needs of the populace. The state's leadership has implemented policies that many describe as a systemic failure. It is a landscape of financial strain. The disparity between these two states is not a coincidence. It is the result of two very different paths. One path leads to prosperity. The other leads to a tragic loss of economic stability for the middle class. The Golden State is losing its luster, 1 gallon at a time. The year is 2025. National energy policy has pivoted toward a stance of domestic dominance. On the federal level, the aim is to neutralize the hurdles that once blocked production. We are seeing the results of this shift in states that embrace it. Texas has become the vanguard of this movement. By reducing taxes and encouraging growth, they have created a sanctuary for the American worker. But in the West, the resistance remains strong. Leaders in Sacramento continue to double down on conditioning the public to accept higher costs as a necessity for progress. They view the Texas model with intense opposition. But the data tells a different story. When energy is cheap, the economy grows. When energy is weaponized through taxation, the economy suffers. The divide is no longer just political. It is geographical. It is a battle for the soul of the American economy. The question for the voter is simple. Which side will you choose to stand on? The evidence is in the tank. Investigative integrity requires us to look closer. Some critics point out that the images of extreme prices in Los Angeles may be remnants of previous cycles of systemic failure. They claim the comparison is an exaggeration of current conditions. However, even if the numbers fluctuate, the trend is undeniable. The gap between a red state and a blue state remains a chasm. Even with federal intervention, California's unique taxes ensure their citizens pay a premium for the same gallon of fuel found in Denton. This is the irreversible procedure of bureaucratic bloat. Once a tax is established, it is rarely removed. The investigation reveals a state government that has become addicted to the revenue generated by these high costs. They claim it is for the environment, but the people see it as a scandal. The investigative conclusion is clear. Policy has consequences. Whether the year is 2023 or 2025, the burden of California's choices is carried by those who can least afford it. The truth, as always, is in the numbers. We stand at a crossroads. One side of the country is embracing a future of abundance and energy freedom. The other side is locked in a cycle of regulation and financial hardship. The contrast in gas prices is merely a symptom of a much deeper divide. It is a choice between two visions for America. Do we want a nation where citizens are empowered to thrive, or a nation where the state dictates every aspect of our lives through the power of the purse? The evidence is before us. In Denton, the pumps are flowing and the people are smiling. In Los Angeles, the struggle continues. As we move further into 2025, the results of these competing ideologies will become even more apparent. We must decide which path we want to follow. The future of our prosperity and our freedom depends on our ability to see through the noise. This is not just about gas prices. It is about the American dream. It is about ensuring our children inherit a nation of plenty, not a nation of scarcity.